Am I good?
Yeah, I think Cam's usually number one. Martino, give me a mic test. Welcome back to another episode of Table Talk, episode 13. April
13 is an unlucky number.
April 14th. I mean,
April 14th. What are you doing?
Episode 14.
It's actually 13, but we're skipping 13.
Yeah, we're doing it how like apartment buildings do. We're skipping 13. April 28th. That's what I was going with the April.
28th. Most out of pocket hot takes.
Most out of pocket hot takes.
Jesus.
This is gonna be a good one.
This is gonna be a good one.
There's been a lot of stuff happening.
Good one.
Yeah, there's been a lot of
this week.
I don't know, quick run over. What Raptors crushed it. Van crushed people. Kanye lost his mind.
Yeah, I was gonna use that as soon as you said quick run
Sorry.
over. That was good.
Raptors won.
We'll talk about that at the end.
There was Infinity War, and then there was the North Korean averted war. There's been a lot of things happening in the world.
Okay.
Marty's on some
I got some
right
stuff
now.
this week.
So, what are we gonna pull out of the oven first? I think let's talk about the Van attack.
The Van attack?
The Van attack, because that's like too close to home. You know, like you hear about these things happening, and like obviously like you feel sympathy or empathy.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both, but like once you realize, you know, this is happening in your city, like streets away from where we are.
Yeah.
You know, it really just like pulls a different string.
So for those of you who don't know what happened, I'm sure most of you do that are watching this. A man, age 25, took to the streets of Toronto up on Yonge and Shepherd.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, between Finch and Shepherd.
Yeah, like that stretch, which is in North York. It's Toronto. It's a borough. He mowed down many people. 10
killing 10 as of right now.
Yeah, as of right now,
there's still a lot of
killed 10 people. Injured
16.
the rest 16.
Mm-hmm.
Was arrested pretty much right away.
Tried to commit
7 minutes.
suicide by cop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which,
then,
if you've seen the video, is crazy.
Yeah, we have the video on our Instagram.
Plug.
Damn.
At TikTok.
Yo, you know what? Just to quickly talk about that, like I've watched that video a couple times.
Same.
Just because there's one thing that's kind of like
People? I know you're gonna say
yeah,
the people.
in the back,
Yeah.
like they're just walking.
How daft can you be?
Like they're walking to work, like it's lunch break, and they're just like, oh, you get to, oh, look at that guy. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
how's your Chipotle? You know what I mean? It's like there's a guy that pretend like. What did he have in his cell phone?
It was
A
a
cell
cell phone.
Yeah,
I think it was a flip.
He was making it look like it was a gun, and then he's like, I have a gun in my pocket.
He was going like that, doing like the weight, like almost pretending to
pulling
pulling out.
He's like, shoot me in the head, kill me,
Mhm.
and there's people behind him
Just casually strolling
getting
by.
off lunch break.
Kudos to the cop though, because he
He did
was
a
there
great
like.
He's hailed a hero. That's it. People are calling him a hero.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Yeah.
This guy is holding what he at the time could only think is a gun, and and the cop standing his ground, be like, I don't care, get on the ground. You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
Funny thing about that cop though is that he was actually an engineer,
Okay.
and he quit his job, because he's like, I just want to be a cop. Like that's for me. I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm sure like engineers get paid a lot of money, so he was like, yeah, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna become a cop, and now he has himself in this situation, which like.
And even further, which makes him even so much better, is that he didn't want his name to be released.
Yeah.
It only got released because there was a reporter that got the name, like through like sources, but he didn't realize that the cop in question didn't want his name to be released.
And he released it.
And he released it on 680 News, kind of like by mistake. He didn't know until like after that he didn't want his name out, and he felt so bad. Like, but like that's the thing. Good for the cop, because if I was the cop, you best believe.
Are you blasting him?
Huh?
Are you blasting the guy?
No. I'm saying like like.
No. Like
would you have popped him?
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I've done that, but if I didn't, like past that, I would make sure my name was on a monument in downtown Toronto. I would milk the stuff out of it.
The stuff.
Oh,
Milk the stuff out of it.
I would milk the stuff out of it.
Like I have to commend him, because like he could have easily like just popped the guy right there. You know what I mean?
If it's anyone in the States, that guy would have been dead before he got out of the van.
Yeah, he could have even like shot the guy in the arm, You know what I mean? So he couldn't use it.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
It's just a crazy situation as a whole. Like,
Yeah.
and like, usually when these kind of things happen, it's for like religious reasons or like political reasons, right? This is like the craziest reason because
let's talk about that a bit.
so
I didn't even hear the reason.
it was because he couldn't get any girls.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so he's part of like a group, and they refer themselves as incels, right?
Incels, yeah, involuntary celibate.
Yeah, so they're celibate, but they don't want to be.
Yeah,
and they blame it on.
I swear, that's right.
It's so great. So
they're celibate, but they don't want to be.
Yeah,
but they're part of this group.
So there's like girls.
Yeah, so like
they're unachievable that they call Stacy's.
And Chads.
And
is this
Chads.
a real thing?
Yeah, I swear to God, it's a group on Reddit. That's where they figured out.
Conveniently, it's on Reddit.
What's not on Reddit? ISIS probably has a group on Reddit.
This has to be a joke.
No,
I swear.
I don't understand how this guy didn't want to be in this group.
No. He doesn't
want to be celibate.
Yeah.
But he's in a group that makes you celibate.
No, they're involuntary. Like they don't want to be celibate.
But how are they put into this group?
Like the group is just like a bunch of people that join a thread and they're like, yeah, we want to get girls, but we can't.
Yeah.
So let's just vent about it on this group about how women don't want to.
But like they can if they wanted to. They just can't get.
No, that's the thing. They want to.
Yeah.
And they can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like this group is making him not get girls.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
It's just a group for them to like.
Kind of vent about.
Like how women are like. There's no more like how women don't want to be with like gentlemen. They only want to be with Chads, and Chads want to be with Stacy's, and he's like,
Chads. That's a real thing. I wish it was a joke, but that's exactly what they're
honestly
talking about.
Like
when they're talking about on the radio and they're calling like these unachievable girls Stacy's, and like their idea of an alpha male
is a Chad.
It's like, come on, like I don't want to laugh at this. Like you guys, like why are you doing this?
It's a joke to me.
Man.
Like to have that be your reason to kill potentially 26 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
so that was his only reason is because he couldn't get girls.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna mow down 26 people on Yonge Street.
Well, he was trying to aim for women.
Yeah.
Okay. So
most of them are women.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and here's an interesting thing that I found on the radio.
Yeah, you were telling me. You didn't want to tell me.
I don't want to tell you. I want to wait for this, but where he is right now in prison.
Yeah.
Or like in Holden, I guess. He's between
a women's jail, isn't he?
Well, he's a few cells down rather from MacArthur, Bruce MacArthur, the guy
that's crazy.
That got charged with all the killings of the homosexuals.
Really?
So, yeah, like that's nuts. But imagine being like the guy in between, because there are a few cells down. So there would be like one dude in between, like the biggest serial killer.
They have something in common. They both don't get girls. Is that the joke you were trying to go for?
No, I wasn't going for that.
That's terrible, Dominic.
That's kind of that's a bad taste. It's too soon.
That's gross. That's
yeah.
terrible.
Go drink your coffee, you sick bastard.
But yeah, the guy in the middle. He probably got caught like selling a joint or something.
Yeah, but can you imagine being like, oh, like what are you in for? And it's like, didn't pay my parking tickets. How about you? It's like, I killed a lot of homosexuals in Toronto.
And
then
the guy's like,
okay,
nice.
that's something. How about you? Oh, I mowed down like 26 people on Yonge Street. It's like, all right, cool.
So bail?
Plead guilty. But yeah, so I heard that and I feel like, it's an interesting year in Toronto.
So here's another thing too. I think both of them, Bruce MacArthur is his name?
Yeah.
And the van attack guy, I don't really want to say his name.
Seneca or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But I don't think they pled guilty. So right now they've both just been charged. But I don't think either of them, as of right now, have pled guilty.
Yeah,
which is...
I agree with you on that, yeah.
Weird. It's interesting.
Are they going to plead insanity or something?
Well, I was thinking there's going to probably be a lawyer that's going to try and pick them up like pro bono just to try and defend them. Because if they win, you're the lawyer of like...
You're that Eddie Greenspan or whatever his name is.
Yeah, you're like the Johnny Cochran. Like you can like get anybody off if you can get the guy that did that off. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's going to be people defending him
Absolutely.
if he pleads innocent.
Yeah, no, 100%. That'll be a whole thing. But it's really good too to see how Torontonians handled it. Like, I feel like all around, like, there's tons of GoFundMes going around, and like there's like a whole Toronto Strong charity thing going on right now. We'll throw links in the description for all that stuff.
Donations.
If any of you want to donate. But like, even Torontonians on the scene, like, people were like instantly throwing themselves at other people, trying to like help them out and whatnot. It was like, as bad as the situation it was kind of nice to see, like, wow, like, look how our cops can handle something like this. Look how our civilians can like really go to action right away and help out, right? And like, even from the cops saying, it took 7 minutes from the first call to when they caught him. Like, 7 minutes.
That's like incredible.
That is amazing. That, like, it like, all around it was like, wow, you know.
It's like an average YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
not our average YouTube videos.
Yeah, no.
What I didn't like is, if you go on like the YouTube videos or like the Facebook, whatever, you see a lot of people bringing up the whole gun argument. Because people are saying, obviously it's people either from the States or
They're
like
definitely
people
not
that,
from here.
yeah, they're saying, oh, well, like, look what happened in Toronto. You don't need a gun to have like a mass killing. So why ban guns? What's
That's
the point?
so ignorant.
You know, like, there's that whole thing, but it's like,
Yo, that's actually so ignorant, because if you like really think about it, right? What's the most recent? I don't want to say catastrophe, because that's not the right word, but incident like this in Toronto. What's like the most recent thing besides this?
Yeah, I like the closest thing we've had. I may call it a terrorist attack. Really, what happened with the van?
yeah, okay.
I don't care if it's religious.
Well, not even terrorist attack, because I was gonna relate it to like all the school shootings and stuff.
Well, an incident like this to happen
No, because
hasn't happened in Toronto.
That's what I mean. But
Yeah.
all these people are saying, oh, you don't need guns to whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how long ago was the Florida shooting?
Yeah.
Or like the Waffle House.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, even if like we were allowed to
Guns.
have guns, he could have
It
had
could
a
have been
gun.
so much worse.
He could have had a gun,
It could, yeah.
hit all the people, got out of the car, and then started shooting.
Not even that. He could have like literally pulled up into an intersection, rolled down the windows,
and just started shooting.
That's
Yeah.
it. Like it
because he didn't have a gun.
it could have been worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguing with gun people is kind of
Yeah.
they're completely ignorant.
yeah. So
At least those types of gun people.
yeah, like the ones that
The
kind
ones
of,
that we all know who we're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that take a tragedy and like, oh, guns, ban vehicles, start banning vans. So yeah, but brighter things happening in Toronto as well.
Raps making it out of the
The
first
Raps,
round.
The Raps made it out of the playoffs.
Saying every man was saying they're gonna lose to the Wizards.
Wizards put up a better fight than I thought, even though.
Oh yeah,
So they were
the 8th seed.
the 8th seed, but they should have been a 4th seed because who was it? Bradley Beal.
No, Wall.
Wall was out he missed 41 games.
Yeah, he was out for the half the season.
So like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They definitely would have been like top 4 seeds. But,
yeah,
But the games were just.
the games were good.
Yeah, last night's game. I don't know if you guys
Game
didn't watch
6.
it.
I
Game
missed last
6
week,
was incredible. Like the Raptors were losing the whole game up until I want to say like the fourth quarter with like 6 minutes left, and then they put in the bench unit and they just cleaned up.
Yeah, because I remember hearing
Freddie Van Fleet was back.
He's really good.
He's going to be 6th man of the year.
DeMar DeRozan only played like what, like 30 minutes, I think.
Lowry put up a bunch of points.
Yeah, Lowry had 7 points up until end of the third quarter and then finished with like 24.
Yeah, I think
Anunoby.
DeRozan got 16.
Yeah,
Something like that.
DeRozan got 16.
It was really more, from what I've heard anyways, like stats wise, it was really more of like a team effort.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
I liked Anunoby, played really well.
Yo, it's crazy because
Siakam,
he's a rookie too. Anobi's
Yeah.
a rookie, and this guy starts in the playoffs, which is
Van Fleet, like those guys just like so good.
Yo, I've been saying Fred Van Fleet was the deciding factor, and we
Yeah.
even had this conversation.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
A
about.
couple. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. I said when Fred Van Fleet comes back, it's over. We're
There's
winning it.
no recordings, there's no proof.
We'll figure something out.
No,
But
we won't.
figure.
Dominic.
We'll
you
use
know-
one of the stones to go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the kidney stones.
But yeah, that game was incredible.
Also, with the NBA, LeBron is facing his first potential first round knockout. He's never made to a game 7 in the first round, except for this year.
Really?
Yeah. Will he lose?
Long live the king, anyways.
Remember, he's at home, game 7.
At home.
He's pissed.
I think the Cavs are gonna win, but because we have to face them after if they win, I think we're gonna beat the Cavs.
I don't think so.
No, we won't. Bro, the Pacers have taken them to 7.
Yeah, but you know what? LeBron is like Toronto's kryptonite. Like, he's just a special breed of superhuman race here.
I was watching the last 2 quarters of the game last night, and they pulled up the stats of the starting 5 going into the fourth quarter. LeBron had like 24, 25. Everyone else was under 10 points.
Yeah, but all you need is LeBron against Toronto. Like, it's just...
Did you not see the score last night?
It's been a problem for us.
Yeah, but this year's different. LeBron doesn't have a Kyrie. He doesn't have any consistent scorers this year.
So what happens?
Minus Tristan Thompson.
Dang.
We'll see what happens.
Besides that, the West, OKC got knocked out by the Jazz.
That's right.
That was crazy.
That's probably like the biggest... I don't want to say upset because the Jazz are nice, but OKC...
I know I was on record saying OKC was going to advance.
I said OKC to this conference finals.
I think I said OKC was going to go pretty far as well. I still have hope that the Rockets going to make it to the finals. I don't know what they're doing right now.
I'm pretty sure they're...
I think
they're up 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they won it.
No, because the Pelicans won. They're the only first team to advance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I know in the OKC game at the end, there's a lot of controversy.
With Russ?
No, with Paul George. Because what happened is they were down by 3, right? Paul George caught the ball, threw up a pump fake. Rudy Gobert went for the block and fouled him. So it would have been a shooting foul, but they didn't call it at all. And then they just dribbled out the rest of the game. Like, if you were to pull up the video, and you would, like, you could see, like, everyone that saw it was like, that's a foul. That should have been. So he would have went to the free throw line, most likely gotten all 3 buckets, and then they would have went into overtime. They might have still lost, but the fact that it was not called a foul was...
Even, so LeBron had 2 huge plays.
Oh, yeah.
To win them the game 5.
Game 5.
But he apparently got it was supposed to be a goaltend.
Yo, I watched the video again, and it was a goaltend.
Yo, it was hard because the angles that, like, I saw... It was hard because at one point it looked like he, what's his name? Oladipo kind of flicked it off his finger.
Yeah.
And then LeBron hit it against the glass. Or instead of rolling it off the finger, maybe it hit the backboard and then.
That's because I saw one angle and like it's very quick, but you can clearly see it tap the backboard. Like it's almost like just milliseconds. Like the ball taps and LeBron hands hits it like just instantly. So it technically was a goaltend, but it doesn't really matter because LeBron hit a 3 to win.
Across the league, though, there's been like tons of controversy with calls in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like you get that with everything though, and it makes the sport a little bit better, like the imperfection of calling.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like
I understand it because it's like
with baseball, they were even thinking about kind of getting rid of umps and just using like instant replays.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, well, you need that kind of human imperfection to kind of keep a little bit of character to the sport, right?
This was maybe 3 years ago. They wanted to get rid of umps and they wanted to have like a automated strike zone.
That's right.
Yeah, so like wherever like the ball is, it would just automatically give the count. Like they wouldn't need an umpire to say strike or whatever. They'd only need him there for like when someone was coming home to see if they got out or not. But it was just going to be like the ball goes in, automatic ball strike.
You can
whatever.
tell, the system.
Yeah. But I think that's like all sports. It's like the world, like soccer too.
For soccer, they don't have replays, do they?
They do now. They have goal line technology, but that's it.
Okay, but they can't.
They can't
If it's a foul,
they can't.
They're not dishing out cards.
Yeah, no, because like I know, like in basketball, if it's a foul,
you can argue the call.
They can argue, and then they can play it back and change the call.
Same with baseball. Yeah.
With soccer,
I don't think
the call is the call.
Recently, I haven't seen anything of them reverting a call, so I don't believe so. I think it's like one of few sports because even football does that too.
Yeah.
I feel like football is too technical.
Yeah, football loves the technology.
There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, there's literally cameras like under the grass. Like,
yeah, and then you have like helmet freaking like speakers and stuff like that.
So okay.
I stumbled through that without swearing. I'm very.
So where do you think the Raptors are gonna land?
Finals.
So okay, who do you think is gonna win, Cleveland or whoever they're facing?
I think as of now, Pacers will probably win it, but like I won't count Cleveland like out until they're actually out.
Out, right.
Like they it's like LeBron.
It's LeBron.
LeBron will show up with the Infinity Gauntlet tomorrow and just like pull some stuff and make it go down. But if the Cavs,
Okay, you have to pick one though. Like right now, who's winning that series? No, like holding anyone. It's just quick fire. Pacers or Cavs. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not gonna.
I'll say
call
this.
you out
I'll say
about
this. If the Pacers win, we'll go to the finals. If the Cavs win, they'll beat us.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think?
I think Cavs are winning,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to Game 7 with Cavs and win at home.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. It's scary, but I
Right.
think we can win it. Game 6 or 7, but I think we can beat the Cavs, and then we're gonna play the Rockets. And
Well,
who has home court advantage? If that would be the case.
whoever has the better record, and I think
Maybe the Rockets win.
we have the better record. I don't know. I think we may do.
It'll be close, but whoever has home court advantage for that, I think, is gonna win.
You think it's gonna come down to a home court advantage?
Well, the Raptors haven't lost at home yet. Because think about it, if they never lose at home,
They can't.
they
lose.
can go to Game 7 every series and win. Because they always get the 7th game at home.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's just you pushing your luck, kind of. Like eventually you're gonna lose at home.
Well, okay, I think the Raptors are gonna win the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
But I think that if we have home court advantage,
It's way easier.
it's like way
It's
more of
way
a sure
Let
shot.
me give you a quick fact about that.
Okay.
Because you said it's pure luck, right? Last night was the first time the Wizards lost at home in 2 years in the playoffs. Every year in the playoffs they were in for the last 2 years, they always won at home. They never lost at home. Last night was the first time they ever lost at home.
Well, that's I'm trying to say that for like the Raptors.
Yeah, but that's 9 games at home. Think about that. That's 2 series. They got knocked out because they didn't have. Home
Yeah,
court
but I'm
advantage.
saying like if we always have the home advantage, it's not like,
like
the
there's going to
sure
be a 9th.
shot
Yeah, okay.
that will win every home game. Like the more home games you play, the more likely it is that you'll lose one of them.
Right. I'm the same as you though. I'm saying Cavs will win it. Like the Pacers. We'll go to Game 7. We'll win. Then we'll go to the finals and beat the Rockets.
Man,
in
it's gonna be
7.
interesting.
But
to see.
I didn't like Oubre. I like
what?
how he plays, but what was his beef with DeLon? Like,
Okay, so
where did that start?
What happened was, was it Game 5 at home? Yeah, Game 5.
No. Yeah.
So Game 5 was at home, and they lost because like DeLon went off. Like this guy had like I think 18 points or something, right?
Mhm.
And then someone interviewed Kelly saying like, "Oh, what's gonna happen on next game?" And he's like, "Oh, well, obviously we're gonna win. We're at home. We're not gonna have like the, no one's gonna have like a surprise performance like DeLon, right? Like he's terrible on the road. Like he literally said like he can't play good when he's not at home. So when they went to Washington, DeLon still went off. He even blocked him at the
That
end
was
too. Like,
that was personal.
He didn't even have to, but like they were up by like 10 because I know you missed the game.
Right.
They were up by like 10 or 12, and Oubre just wanted to pad his stats. Like he went up for a layup, and Wright just came up and just smacked it back. It was
Disrespectful.
hilarious. Like the whole bench went off when he did that.
That's alright.
But yeah, but the thing is if we play the Cavs next round, we still have to play either the Sixers or Celtics or Milwaukee because there's still those 2 series going on. Because that's
Sixers advanced.
Sixers advance, which I'm surprised. Like they're
That's
good.
like their first
Who are they
advance.
playing against?
They will play against whoever wins tonight.
No,
which
no.
we should watch.
They played Miami.
They play Miami.
Yeah, they play Miami. We should watch that tonight. But
Yeah.
the Sixers will play against either Celtic or
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Yeah,
I think It looks like Celtics are gonna win that right now, doesn't it?
it's 3-3.
3-3 game.
Oh.
Game 7
When's game? Is that tonight?
It's tonight. Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna be good.
yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win that?
I haven't watched any games in that series, so I have no.
I haven't watched, but I'm gonna probably say Celtics just because they have Kyrie.
I've heard the Celtics are looking like they have the advantage right now.
I'm gonna say Celtics.
I just think because Kyrie's had the experience of.
Milwaukee has the Greek freak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Antetokounmpo.
insane. That guy's crazy.
I'm gonna say Celtics win this one, but next year, Celtics, once they have Gordon back.
I don't think they'll win it.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think so.
He's a nice big man though.
He's not a deciding factor. He's just an extra player to me. Like
I think he's good.
I think Toronto will win it this year, and then depending on what they do in the offseason, they could potentially go back to the finals.
They won't have to. If the Raptors win it this year, every other team could take a breather for the next 10 years.
Why?
Because we just need a W.
Yeah, we
It's
just
true.
need a W.
We just need
a championship.
We need one so bad.
Yo, like I'm 100% certain we will make it to the finals.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of percentage right there.
We're playing good. Like
We're playing, especially because we have Van Fleet back, who's like the leader of the bench mob.
Mhm.
And those guys, when they came in, they were down by 3. And when he kept them in even longer just because they were just running train on the Wizards.
when our second line is in, or anybody like on the second line, I'm not worried.
No. As soon as I see Van Fleet or Wright on the court, I don't even worry because I know DeRozan's just chilling there, sipping on a Gatorade, and Lowry's just patting the sweat off like it's nothing. Because these guys they're too nice.
Yeah.
Like I think we do have the best bench in the league.
Mm-hmm.
There's even talks that Dwayne Casey may win Coach of the Year.
He has to.
But the other thing is Mike D'Antoni, the Rockets coach. He's been look at the Rockets. They're favorited in the West right now.
Yeah, but
I think it's a tie between D'Antoni and Casey.
and if it goes off of, does it go off of votes?
No, it's based off of I think it's votes, but
Is it within the league though?
it's
Yeah.
not like postseason. Like it only counts regular season, I believe.
Well, if it's votes, it's votes. Who cares?
No, I know, but I'm saying regardless, we could lose next round,
Mhm.
and Casey could still technically win Coach of the Year, I believe.
Well, yeah, people are voting.
Yeah.
But who is it? Is it within the league, or is
I
it?
think
I think it's
it
within.
is. Yeah, I think all the awards are.
Yeah, I think all of them are. They're within the league. Everyone
I think
votes.
the only thing outside of the league is All Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. I mean, if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me.
Yeah. Give us
Well, talking about other things outside of the league. Kanye.
Kanye's not even outside the league. He's outside of his own box.
He's outside of his own reality. This guy.
Yeah. So MAGA West
Okay.
Mhm.
has been on a Twitter spree, right? This guy's going crazy. Well, okay. Here's
You know
one
that
thing I'll
means,
say
though?
first.
This
An
album's
album.
about to be fire, though.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this a bit last week, where we.
So I think there's two things about Kanye about this.
Mhm.
At some point, you have to not respect his choices, but respect who he is, because most celebrities, I feel like, are going to vote conservative, like Republican, because that's in the best interest of their own money, right?
Right.
Even if you're the most, even if you look like a liberal, what are they called?
Person?
Like star or
okay.
some
Celebrity.
yeah.
Like someone who has a liberal mindset.
Yeah, they're probably still gonna vote conservative because they're in the end they want to make the most amount of money.
Right.
So Kanye's openly saying, yeah, you know what, I support Trump. I guarantee there's so many celebrities that are like, oh, Kanye, how can you say this? Oh my God,
Mhm.
and then they're at the ballot box
Yeah.
checking off Trump. I can appreciate that he's sticking behind what he says.
I bet. Yeah, but I feel like he's sticking. Here's the thing. I agree with you. If he came out and said, because Dave Chappelle came out and said it the same way you're saying it, where he's like, yeah, of course I'm a Trump supporter. These white trailer trash people that are supporting him, I feel bad for. He's not looking out for you. He's looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave Chappelle came out and openly said
Yeah.
that. And I was like, dude, you know what? Fair enough. That makes perfect sense. I get that. But Kanye's kind of coming out at where he's like, no, Trump, he's coming at it buying into Trump's propaganda where he's like,
Yeah.
Trump says as it is, he's a friend of mine. I'm not gonna talk bad about him. I'm a Trump supporter. And it's man, that hurts. Don't say it like that. If he came out and he was like, Trump's looking out for the rich. I'm the rich. I support Trump.
Then it's like, okay,
fair enough.
If you're coming at it from that perspective, cool. But I also feel like he's trying to come at it from like, oh, I'm like an artsy person. Like, I did it first.
Yeah.
You know, like
trending it, sort of. Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of... It was bad moves, and then he had, like, the whole mentions. You know, what you say about Trump was one thing where it's kind of like, whoa, like, that's a lot to take in.
Barack.
And then he went even further and said, you know, Barack was in office for 8 years and nothing in Chicago changed. And it was like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying, right?
Yeah, once he took a shot at Barack, then it's like, it almost seems like it seems like he's trying to prove a point too hard.
And there's even someone from Good Music that came out and replied to that tweet about Barack.
Was it John Legend? Because I know they had
He
Twitter.
texted Kanye and he was like, oh yeah,
He's like, yo, like,
Don't-
where's your beak?
No,
yeah, like, don't
was-
let this ruin your legacy.
Push a T, maybe?
It was someone, you know what? I forgot the name now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever, we'll find it.
But yeah, he came out and he kind of like pretty much said to Kanye, like, you know, you haven't been here in 7 years. You know, like watch how you speak about it. This isn't Calabasas. Like, things are changing here, and people are trying to make a difference. You know, like, come back to your home and see what's happened before you speak about it. Sort of. When I read that, it was kind of like, man, like that's powerful to say that to Kanye like that. Sort of, it's true. Where Kanye's calling out Chicago, but it's like
he did just start a fund for Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but he recently, and it's almost perfect timing, that he started some kind of foundation or something for like.
He's doing a lot of things right now, and I feel like Kanye's kind of just himself trying to like change things up and sort of stir controversy just to get his name out there or get people talking about him or whatever. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. Like, even his activity on Twitter just seems like more than it needs to be. But
yeah, but don't you think people always talk about Kanye, regardless if he's doing something or not?
That's what I mean, though. Like, that's why I don't understand why he's doing.
Like, do you think he's doing this just to bring his name back around, or like?
No, I think maybe, I think he's just like going, like you guys said, like maybe he's just going through a time where he's just trying to like express everything. Because if you remember, he wasn't on Twitter for however long, right? He hasn't released music since Pablo. He hasn't really done anything. Like, the only thing he's really done is his shoes. And even
his
that,
clothing brand.
Yeah, and even that, it's not really him saying, look, I made this, go buy it. You know what I mean? So I think it's him just kind of, like, he's just hit, like, the top where he just needs to let everything out. And it's just, maybe it's perfect timing because his album comes out in a month, in, like, a couple of days.
Yeah, I feel like it's too good of timing.
But I feel like
he's still the GOAT to me.
Yeah, but
Second.
like for him,
Drake's number one.
as like, if you're an artist trying to do that, you'd kind of like say something else, like, oh, like the Earth is flat, or you'd go on a whole bunch of talk shows just to get your name going. I feel like people are just gonna boycott his album. They're gonna be like, no, I'm not listening to this.
I feel like they won't, because even like look at
Kanye.
Look at Yeezus.
Well, like core fans won't, because they're gonna be like, okay, that's the political side. I like the music side of Kanye. Like, I'm gonna, as a Kanye fan, I'm gonna like separate the two. But for like the casual Kanye fan that might be like, yeah, maybe I'll listen to him, but like I also like, I'm like a liberal. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna listen to his album anymore.
I feel like for me it's
You don't think so?
nah, because like I'm kind of on the side of like a casual sort of, like I'm in the school of thought of old Kanye was better to me, but like enough of my like friends and enough of like the environment I go in will have people that like Kanye, care about Kanye more than they do politics.
But would you download his album? Like, I'm probably gonna download it just because I like the music side of Kanye. Like, I'm trying to separate the politics and the music, so like I'm gonna download it like either way.
That's the thing. Like for me,
It's a yes. Don't beat around it. You want to know why?
what?
Kanye's the master at hype. He controls everything
No.
in pop culture. Yes, he does.
Okay, well that's where I'm kind of going with it.
Because
where
think
it's
about it like this. Everyone is always focused on Kanye, one way or the other. Yeezys, his clothes, music.
No, that's just the world you live in. Though.
No, I'm telling you. Like, when he does something, like, people lose their shit.
Yeah, but not like a big majority of the population. Like for me, like Life of Pablo, my exposure to it.
You listen to it, though.
Yeah, but hear me out. My exposure to it was just in the club, really. Like, it got to the point where I heard enough in the club where I was starting to pick up on songs, being like, yeah, you know what, this isn't so bad. And then I would have downloaded the album maybe like 4 months after release.
But Kanye's still the master of hype. He knows what he's doing. Because he has the youngest generations hooked on him because of his clothes and shoes.
Yeah, but I feel like...
And he knows that those kids aren't going to want to wear his clothes and not listen to his music.
I feel like he's only a master of hype because of where he's at.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, he's not like causing waves. He's just surfing the same one. You know what I mean?
But wouldn't you argue he caused the wave with Life of Pablo and Yeezys?
No, he's just
not Life of Pablo. I feel like
the timing of Life of Pablo and Yeezys, because that's when like the Yeezys started to come out, like the Adidas ones, and now everyone's
in that sense. Maybe I feel like he has more of an impact on his shoes or like his style.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but
like when his old albums came out, I feel like that music like moved people.
Mm-hmm. But that's what this generation is now. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but people like, mainly younger people, when they listen to like Lil Pump or whatever, they listen to like buying jewelry.
That's the thing.
That's gonna be muted. We're not gonna hear that.
Oh, okay.
You can mute that?
Well, I'm gonna mute it on.
Okay.
Alright.
The phone's ringing right now. If anyone.
Yeah. It's the hotline. We're getting calls.
That's the thing.
It's Kanye.
It's Kanye. He wants to talk to me. I'm just gonna wait this one out. Okay,
No, we can just keep going. I hope it's still recording.
But think like most kids listen to like the music and like they're impressioned by what the rappers say. You know what I mean? Like they buy this, they buy that,
Mm-hmm.
and now literally 13-year-old kids are wearing Gucci because the Migos are saying.
Well, I feel like that's the only thing that's changed in recent.
That's what I mean though, because I'm agreeing with the old Kanye, how the music is more moving, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But now, mainly like bar a couple like Kendrick and Drake, everyone that's kind of popping right now is talking about buying jewelry, clothes, that thing, and Kanye already has the whole clothing on lock.
Yeah, but I feel like the only thing that's changed really between old music and new music is kind of the opposite of what you're saying, where, like, because they say a lot of those things, it's split between either they associate, like, with Gucci Gang, they associate Gucci with a high lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
with making it, or you have the other side of it where they shut out
Trapping.
brands as sort of like they're sponsored, pretty much, to say that, right? Like, they're paid to say it. But I feel like that's changed more now because a lot of these artists now, they don't need to shut out on music. They have Instagram and social media for that now.
Yeah, but he doesn't have Instagram.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is that, like, Kanye has no need really to shout out any clothing, really, because
He
like
wears his own.
he wears his own. Like, if he's caught out wearing something, it's instantly a hit, right? Like, Kanye has solidified himself in apparel, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeezys are big and whatnot, but I feel like as well with apparel, the touchy thing is that nothing is like a stay. Like, style will change, Yeezys will fade out.
But he'll adapt to that. He'll make new shoes that are still Yeezys that are adapted to the culture.
But that's the thing, is that, like, the culture of hype doesn't work that way, where it's like, you know, it's not like a type of shoe takes a hit, it's a brand. Like, you already see it now with Nike and Off-White's collaboration. Like, Nike's response to Yeezys
was the Off-White Club.
is incredible. It's doing great. And they can see Yeezys are starting to fail a bit, and that's why I think Drake has now moved on
to Adidas.
I think that.
Yeah, so is he confirmed with Adidas now?
Yeah.
He's no longer with... It's confirmed he's no longer with
Nike
and Jordan. It's not confirmed he's with Adidas.
I saw
but
it.
he's wearing Adidas.
There's
no, like, confirmation. Like, there's no deal. There's no...
okay, fair enough.
But he's been caught wearing, like...
I saw him wearing
tracksuits.
Boosts and stuff.
He's been wearing Boosts. He's been wearing, like, Calabasas clothes.
Which, in that case, you almost have to give Kanye credit, because he started that.
Well, how do you mean?
Like, I don't
went
think
to
Drake
Adidas.
would have went to Adidas unless it is the way it is now.
You know what I'll say?
Okay.
Kanye and Pharrell started that. Because Pharrell, like, you guys may not like the NMDs, but his NMDs kind of like revolutionized the whole kind of
For real too, yeah.
raw material.
Yeah.
Because even like what you said about the whole Nike Off-White collab is now they're kind of running it. I don't want to say they're running it dry, but they're pushing it. Like now they're coming out with like too many Off-White shoes. Like there's like rumored to be like I think 10 more.
They're
out.
doing it too close together where they didn't do that with the Yeezys.
Yeah, the Yeezys they spread them out, but now they're starting.
Yeezys have ran their course.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that. They have.
Yeah, well, okay. I think they ran their course for the hype, but now it's almost like the first Yeezys that came out are going to be kind of like a vintage one. Like if you
have the first ones.
If you have original, good condition.
I feel like the most expensive ones were the ones you had with Nike, even still, like the Red Octobers.
Yeah, they're still the most expensive.
Yeah, so
because that's like, and the crazy thing that's not even his first Yeezy with Nike.
No, it's not.
The second.
Yeah, it was the second one.
But it's the most hyped because they're
clean.
They're beautiful.
They're clean shoes, I must
they're like
say.
$5,000 American on eBay. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like shoes are a lot like wine in that sense, where it's kind of like they get better with age.
But only certain ones.
However,
certain
though,
ones.
I was reading some article that Vice did, I think, and they were like interviewing this guy that owns a shop in the Bronx, where it's kind of like a shoe boutique that they have in the Bronx.
Club,
yeah, like something like that, right? And
extra butter.
They were talking about sort of the culture of like a sneakerhead today.
Yeah.
And knowing very little from like the culture of it today and the past, from what I heard from this guy, I really agree with where he's coming from, where it's kind of like, you know, back in like the 90s there wasn't the internet, you know, you weren't able to buy these shoes from across the world and get your hands on them, you know what I mean? Like you would have to go out and hunt, and like these shoe expos would be huge because you would have people that found all these shoes from like different places and
that you can only get in certain places.
Yeah, exactly. It was a big thing like that, and now it's sort of like money has gotten involved in it so much that it's like if you have enough money, you'll get the shoes. It's no issue.
That's facts.
Yeah, like you could pay someone to wait in line for you, or you could just wait for them to be released and buy them for double the price online. Like the shoe culture is as it was before, where people saw shoes that they liked. They didn't like shoes because of how much they saw them, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Off-White and like Yeezy, like a big push for their hype is simply that, like how hyped they are. You know what I mean? Like they're throwing in your face so much.
The Off-White
shoes
collabs are so clean though. That's the thing.
Shoes are like the Bitcoin of like the clothing line. Like the only reason why they're valuable is because there's hype around them.
Yeah.
Same thing with like certain shoes. Like realistically, like a shoe is a shoe. They fit one way. They have laces, right? There's a left and a right one.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's a certain hype around certain shoes, the price is still the same, but the resale price is like crazy.
Yeah.
That's a set like.
And like realistically, you can't, unless you have like an in, you can't, like it's very hard to get retail.
It's incredibly hard.
It's incredibly hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing, like the same thing still remains, where it's like to get the actual shoe, regardless, if you have money nowadays,
It doesn't
like
matter.
Yeah.
you could get them no problem. It's not how it was before, where it was like, you know, the thrill of the hunt sort of was a huge part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was reading the article. I was like, you know what, fair. Like I know nothing about either generation of it. Like I know very little. I know a bit through you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like interesting to see it from that side, being like, you know, for people that were, you know, considered sneakerheads back in the era of like the 90s, you know, they'd almost be like he was saying, it's such an insult how they have raffles now to buy a shoe in stores.
Yeah.
Like you have to sign up for these raffles just to have the chance to pay for a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when I first heard that, I was like, oh, there's a raffle. Maybe I can go and like win one.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you have a chance to win it,
But you have to
buy it. I was like, wait, what?
You know what my thing is with that is, it almost, I don't know, is condone meaning like it puts down, or like
No, opposite of that.
so it kind of condones reselling.
Yeah.
Because think about it, there's kids that'll go, because they know they don't have to wait in line. The people that wait in line for a shoe overnight tend to be the people that want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people that go to a raffle, it takes 5 minutes to sign up. You know what I mean? If they win, it's like, oh, I'll spend $300, but I'll make $800. They don't have to wait outside for a
Well,
shoe.
And I feel like half the time too, like if you know someone that works in the store, it's like,
It's
you know, you have a
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the big problem, and this, I forgot the gentleman's name, but the guy that brought it up in the article anyways, he was bringing up how the problem with it now is, like, a lot of the heavy lifting is done by people that just do the resale. Like, they don't even get to have the shoe. Like, you have, like, these, it's become, like, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, gentrification? You know what I mean? Where, like, they take, like, this old thing and they kind of find it hip.
Right.
Sort of thing. Like the sneaker game has kind of been taken over. And it's just, like, rich people, pretty much, who just chill at home, shoe releases. They have someone who they've paid either to wait in line or to get online. Like, the heavy lifting is being done by people who don't even get to enjoy the culture of it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
The people that liked the shoes became
They get the short end.
the middlemen.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they just drew the short end now. Now they're they're waiting in the lines. They're fronting the cash. They're they're doing the bots or whatever they have to do to get the item and to resell it. And then, like, that person that they sell it to has no idea about the process. Like, to them, it's just like, all right, I just bought shoes
I got
online.
the shoe, yeah.
Awesome. No sweat to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy about the whole, like, change within the sneaker community is, I don't want to say OG, but someone that's been in the sneaker game for a while. They value, like, the number one shoe that's a staple to a collection is a Jordan 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just, every sneakerhead has one, right? I've been unfortunate enough not to be able to get one until recently. But, like, nowadays, it's almost like people who consider themselves, like, sneakerheads and know a lot about sneakers don't even have a pair of Jordans. Like, it's all Yeezys. It's all Off-White shoes. It's all Pharrells. Like, they don't even touch Nike because of the hype. Because Adidas slayed the hype for 2 years. They're like, oh, Jordans, they're gross. I don't want a pair.
Yeah.
But the Jordan 1 is the easiest shoe to
like,
wear.
yeah, that's how you can be like, how you can differentiate between like a
real
true sneakerhead and someone who's just
a
like
hype beast.
just gonna pay as much money as they want just to like get all like the Yeezys and
The
that kind of
newest
stuff
shit.
just to like
I've been that person that's bought all the Yeezys. But, like, I haven't bought a Yeezy because of the hype. I've bought it because I've liked the color. I've liked.
plus it's like a process too. Like, you can't buy all the shoes you want at one time. You gotta build the connections, get
That's another thing. It's all like now, like what you said, like about like the old culture of sneakerhead. It's more based on, like, there's more connections now, but it's easier to get shoes without connections today than it was years ago because, like you said, there's the internet, there's eBay, there's Grail, there's Flight Club, Goat, blah blah blah. Where all you have to do is 4 clicks and the shoe's on their way to you, right? Back then, or I don't want to say back then, but a couple of years ago, it wasn't that easy. You had to buy a shoe off someone, make that connection, make a connection with someone else, and then you kind of have people that are like, oh, I have this, do you want it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, because, like, even, like, a close buddy of mine, he was kind of, like, he was big in the shoe game, like, back in, like, the, like, early 2000s, I guess. And he was very interested in the process that would go on where it's kind of like, you would have your set of shoes, and then you'd see a shoe you want, and you'd be like, okay, like, I can make this trade with you, Like, it wasn't cash. It was trade. Like, you would trade a pair of shoes for, like, another set, or you'd even get, like, a bonus set, and then you would find someone that wants, like, that extra set of shoes or whatnot. Like, there was no
like
money.
trading the paperclip.
Yeah, like, the shoes were the commodity, you know what I mean? Like, there was no money about it.
It's funny you say that because nowadays, like, no one ever trades shoes. Like,
I thought you were gonna go with a segue.
No, like,
I thought you were gonna be like, it's funny you say that.
Because, like, if you go on, like, Toronto Sneakerhead and all that, like, people will post the shoes and it's like absolutely no trades, cash only.
Yeah.
They don't care about.
They just want the money.
They just want the money. They don't care about the culture of the actual shoe. They just want the cash to come in.
For me, I feel like one of my things why I could never really be part of like that, like the whole like sneaker community, is because I'd only want to buy them retail. Not because of the price thing, but because I feel like if I were to buy it off someone, they'd just be fake. Like for me, I couldn't build that trust to like buy it off someone from the States, pay like $1,000 or whatever, I don't know, like 500, whatever, and then just hope that they send the right shoe.
Mhm.
You know, like what if they just send like a phone book in the package?
That's why I don't do anything. Like I have like 3 or 4 people that I only do like my buying with because I know it's legit. You know, like, or maybe not from them, but they'll say, oh, this person I know has a real pair, they're legit, and I know that person's legit, so then I'll be like, you know what, I'm cool with that.
Right.
But I'll never like go on Grailed and be like, oh look, there's
eBay.
a pair of $450 Yeezys.
That came out tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's that's another thing. Like the whole early pairs, that's a new thing. Like people get a pair of Jordans like 4 days before they even come out. It's like, well, how do you have these already? Like I understand it's possible, but it's just crazy that people have those connections.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about Korea real quick before we wrap this up?
Yeah, we could throw in a little.
At the end of it, do you have any idioms or?
Korean girl. Oh, shoot. Do I have any idioms?
Do you have any idioms? I could try and find some.
I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. We'll talk about South Korea real quick though.
Okay. I wish you had your phone or like to Google. I don't know. But so I actually don't even know too much that happened. But I know they're like shaking hands, even with like the North Koreans and like an American.
Mm-hmm.
They were like shaking hands.
It's important to note as well that he went to South Korea, Kim Jong-un. Like the summit was in South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just throwing that there for information for.
I didn't know that.
Okay, yeah, it was in South Korea.
Did you see the video of the security detail that he has?
That running around the.
That's crazy.
Yo, I thought that was a meme. I didn't know that was.
That's real.
Yeah, that's
No, I
right.
thought someone like made that up on the internet. I was like, what is this?
No, yeah.
How far do you think they had to run?
I'd say the car wasn't driving that fast.
If I'm Kim
Regardless,
Jong-un,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
if I'm Kim Jong-un, I'm going in the car behind. I'm sitting in the car behind and let everyone think I'm in the car.
a decoy.
Everyone's
No, not even that. I'm one of the guys running beside the car.
he can't keep up.
Kim
That
Jong
guy's
Un would stick
that-
out like a Thor song. Yeah.
that guy's gonna be riding a Segway or
Yeah,
something.
a moped.
A moped. Oh my
Is
god.
that 2 guys in the same suit over there?
Yo, I really thought that was a meme. I was like, I didn't like watch the video. I just saw it and I was like, the hell is this?
You know, Kim Jong Un kind of handled it really good though. It was one of those where this summit seemed like it was more for like the world than really anything political.
Yeah.
Cause like he went there, he shook the hands, and then I think in the South Korean like Prime Minister's residency, everyone that goes in, there's like a sign-in log, so you have to sign it. And when Kim Jong Un signed it, he left like a little note saying like, you know, this marks an era of peace
Yeah.
and whatnot. And he was, because this is the first time any North Korean leader has been there in 60 years, right? So it was a big deal, right? But it was one of those where they're like, yeah, you know, this is nice that we could do this. Maybe we'll have a coffee again.
Yeah.
You want to stop, you know, kind of, you know, doing that thing you do with your people. Haha. Yeah, good one.
Anyway,
we'll see you
flights.
later. Yeah. It's been a blast, but I gotta go.
It's been a blast.
How short it was?
What was it? It was like 3 days, wasn't it? Like
Something like that.
It was a pretty long summit.
Okay.
Like I'm surprised that Kim Jong Un slept in South Korea.
What if he didn't? What if he went back to North Korea?
Fair
slept,
enough.
came
Yeah, I
back?
went over like, cause that's the thing. Like, it's kind of like the amount of trust you have to put into people like that. Like it's a real good, you know, kind of rule of war, I guess.
Mhm.
Where like he could just run over and that could have been it. They could have popped him in the head. Don takes North Korea over game.
Yeah.
But like they did it. He came over. You know, like someone who's committed so many war crimes.
He had the biggest smile on his face.
He looked like he was having the time of his life.
Yeah, he's probably like, oh my god, like this is what you guys like. This is what it's like over here.
Yeah.
I want to move here.
Everybody
so
has
you're-
food?
You're telling me people live in all those rooms over there? Yeah.
So, it's not only the president that has electricity or the supreme leader or whatever they have. Okay, well, I found some idioms. I just have it here, so I guess I'll be the idiom master today.
Do
That's
it.
not fair.
Unless you want to switch seats, but I already read a few of them.
Nah, go for it. Whatever.
Okay.
I might know him.
Slapped up.
I saw.
Say it. If he knows it, skip it.
Okay. I just have it here, so don't look.
Keep your eyes away.
Okay. Riding shotgun.
I know that one.
I'm kind of curious though, Marty. What is it?
That one's like self-explanatory. It's from.
I think I'm reading this off of the website where you get yours, because I'm seeing all the ones that you asked.
It may be, yeah, because I remember there was like a website that I used.
Okay, how about sleep tight?
Does that have something to do with girdles? I think I might know that one. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't know that one.
Okay, well,
Say
we'll
girdles?
we'll just go with
Yeah.
sleep tight, and then I'll just read like the definition that it says here. So yeah, okay, sleep tight. Meaning first.
You take it away.
Like not the origin, just like what it means.
Yeah, first the meaning, I
You
guess.
have like a good sleep. Like make sure you're snuggled in. You're under the blankies. You have a good sleep.
Blankies.
Are you
I
sure?
know I'm wrong. 'Cause
No, no.
Martinez-
No, I'm not even too sure.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
it's
sure.
it's
Yeah.
have a good night. Like have a good sleep.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
What about the origin?
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it has to do with like some sort of like torture thing. Like some man's like betrayed someone, and then they're like, you know what, you're gonna sleep tight and in 6 feet under the ground, and they wrapped them up in like saran wrap, dropped them in, boom.
I think sleep tight actually refers to like the garments that like either like princes or like royalty would wear. So I'm talking like back in like the 1400s or something like that. Like we're going back to like Middle Ages. But
He's definitely right.
I think that's what refers to as the garmentry that was worn.
I'm not even gonna try and
I'm
go up
locking my
against
answer
that.
with that.
What about yours?
But I'm just gonna.
It's gonna pass on it.
Yeah, I'm throwing the
I'm not
flag.
sure. Honestly, I'm not.
Okay, well, Martino's wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to go now?
Yo, that was actually a great guess though.
Yeah. No. Cause I vaguely remember this too.
Okay. Origin, sleep tight.
Like, look.
It probably has nothing to do with sleep, so I'm just gonna go out of just completely out of the common thinking here.
Has nothing to do with sleep at all.
It probably has to do with like death, like someone's like about to die, so like it kind of sleep, but like they're dead, so like they put them in like a tuxedo or something, like they're sleeping tight, they're looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, mine is like a tight in the coffin.
Like like fans looking tight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tight.
So the origin says,
If I'm right,
well,
I want all the sweaters. money.
so possible the origin dates back to when mattresses were supported by ropes.
Yeah.
So sleeping
Oh.
tight would mean like the ropes were like pulled tight,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
the mattress would be more like
Would be
supported.
more rigid.
Okay,
Uh,
so I was close.
That's right.
I was close. Fair enough.
okay, how about minding your P's and Q's?
Oh, isn't that from Lil Uzi?
No, that's from
Yeah.
Pints and Quarts, bartenders. When you keep a tab.
This is just no fun anymore.
I know all these. Sorry.
Okay, is this the website?
No.
Okay, well. Okay, how about let the cat out the bag?
I know that one too.
How?
That's with you would replace. I forgot what you would replace pigs with cats, and then when you got caught, when cats were released from the bag, that'd be you were exposed.
How about butter someone up?
Indian tradition.
Thanks for joining this episode. Of
Episode 13.
13.
Yeah. April 14th.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment especially if you want any of this sweet old gold swearing money. And follow us on the Insta as well. I think we mentioned it earlier on.
Yeah.
We'll throw it out there again. And thank you very much.
Adios.
See you later.